Sitting on the chair, however's comfortable for you. We're going to do a practice today that involves a chair at the beginning, but then you can move it off to the side and use it for balance if you need it throughout the practice. I like using a chair or a wall as a prop. It gives you a different point of reference as far as the poses go. So today's practice is quite a flowing practice. Yes, it's a habit not to cross your legs, isn't it? That's bad too, you shouldn't do that. It's quite a flowing practice. So we'll start within a pose, moving for 5 breaths, and then at the end we'll link them all together with 1 breath, 1 movement. Just trying to get out of our heads, concentrate on the movement and the breath, and just chill out for an hour. So starting seated. If it's available to us, we're closing our eyes. If not, just our soft gaze on something in front. And we'll start just taking a few shoulder rolls. Take a few going backwards. And then a few going forwards. And then just try and let this, stop the rolling and just try and let the shoulders just hang down. Try and not let them creep up to the ears. Try and let yourself relax. Maybe just wobbling the head from side to side and up and down. Maybe even some circles, but not too much with the head. You don't want to injure that cervical spine. So just some gentle movement. You might hear some cracking like in mine. And then find a place where you're nice and comfortable. Trying to sit up nice and tall. Nice length through our spines. And take this first few moments to just notice how we're feeling. I haven't lived your life for the last week. I don't know what you've been going through. Maybe this is the first time you've had a chance to really sit down and take notice of how you're feeling. We do that on the 3 levels. We look at our body first, notice if there's any aches and pains, notice if it's feeling good. But we're doing this without any judgment, just noticing. And then our mind. Bring the attention to the mind. See if it's flitting around, landing from thought to thought. It keeps bringing you back to one thought constantly. Just try and set that aside till the end of practice. Perhaps by then it will be gone. And then our breath. We don't change anything, we just notice where it's landing. But perhaps, like me, when you've been coming to yoga for a while, when you get into that yoga environment, your breath automatically starts to slow down and lengthen. And if that's not the case, that's fine. We can change that ourselves. We can begin to slow down and lengthen our breath. See if we can feel the back part of our lungs, back ribs start to move. And the front ribs move in and out as well. Take a couple more breaths here, just observing the breath. And if the mind starts to wander, just drawing it back to the breath. For me, when I'm trying to distract my mind, I'm actually saying breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You can count, you can do whatever you want. You can imagine some colours going in and out. And then you can either choose to stay here, or we're going to start nodi shavana breathing, which is alternate nostril breathing. So just bringing the pointer and the middle finger of your right hand to your forehead. And we'll use the thumb and the ring finger, the ring finger, to close off alternate nostrils. So at the moment, if we all breathe out together, and then close off the right nostril, breathe in the left. Close off the left, breathe out the right. Breathe in through the right. Close off the right, breathe out through the left. Breathing in through the left. Closing off the left, breathing out through the right. Continue that with your alternate nostril breathing, or if you're preferring just to sit and breathe, that's perfectly fine too. If that right arm gets heavy, you can support it with your left hand. You want to make the experience comfortable and calming. Taking a couple more rounds each side. Next time you exhale on the right side, just let the hand go. Just take a moment to notice. For me personally, I find this breath quite calming as well as focusing. It's almost like this blanket of calm and quiet has settled over me. It's a beautiful way to start our practice, but it's also a really nice way to finish your day, just to quiet yourself down, or if you're feeling a bit stressed. It's a practice that's available to us whenever. Just take a couple of deep breaths in and out through the nose, and let the breath come out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. Just letting those eyes flutter open. We're going to do a form of sun salutations, which are really just about moving and warming the body using our chair. So I want you to come to the very front of your chair. Don't make it so it's going to tip forward. We don't want you to land on the floor. So this just gives you that lumbar curve in your spine, so your pelvis will rock forward slightly and allows you to sit up a bit taller. We're going to take a deep breath in, raising the hands above us, and as we exhale, bring the hands back to our heart center. Just two more like that, nice and easy to start. Breathing in and out. The beginning may be easy, the rest maybe not. It's a surprise. And out. This time as we breathe in, let the arms come up. But as we exhale, bring the right hand to the left knee and the left hand to the back of the chair if you can. Just getting that twist through our upper back. The pelvis may travel slightly, so you might notice one leg slips further forward. It's okay to let the pelvis move. If it wants it to move, we let it move. Just taking a moment here. Next time we breathe in, rising up. And we'll exhale to the other side. So left hand to right knee, right hand to the chair. Doesn't matter, it's not prescriptive. You can grip it wherever or however. Just using it as a bit of leverage to allow the body to twist towards the right. We'll just flow that for a couple of times before we add on. So inhaling, rise up. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Inhaling, rise up. Exhaling to the right. One more. This time I'm going to inhale, rise up, and exhale, stand up and come into like a chair pose. So you may need to adjust your feet so that they're slightly closer. And we're squatting down. I'm going to move my chair back a bit so I'm not so close to the camera. We're squatting down into our chair pose using our quads. We'll take the weight into our right foot and just tap the left foot out. Bring it back in. Take the weight into our left foot, tap the right foot out. Keep bent, bring it in. Inhale, rise up. You're going to have to trust yourself. Exhale, sit back on your chair. I can't trust myself because I moved my chair. Let's try that with our hands on our knees. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, seated pose. Inhale to a normal seat. We'll do that as a flow now for about 5 times. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to the left. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to the right. Inhale the arms up. Rock forward, come into our standing chair. Tap to the right. Tap to the left. Rise up and sit back down. Inhale, lift up. Twisting to the right. Inhale, lift up. That was left. Twisting to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, standing chair. Inhale, tap foot to right, left. I took my left and right. Tap foot to the other way. It's cheating. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit down. Let's see if I can get it right this time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, standing chair. Inhale, tap left. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap right. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, rise to standing. And exhale, sitting back down. Once more, breathing in, starting to feel the warmth through our bodies. Exhale as we twist left. Inhale as we rise up. Exhale as we twist right. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, standing chair. Inhale, tap left. Exhale back. Inhale, tap right. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, sit back down. But not for long. Come all the way up to standing again. Bring the chair to the front of our mats. So if you're on carpet, you can have it slightly off your mat. It won't scruff up, he's not happy. If you're on floorboards, it's probably best to have the chair on the mat so it doesn't slip. We're just going to come out to this supported downward dog pose. So our hands are resting on our chair. We walk our feet to the back of our mats. And we're letting that chest fall between our arms. Perhaps our ears are next to our biceps here. Our legs can be a little bit straighter, but just a little soft bend in them so we're feeling this stretch up the back of the leg. Take a couple of breaths here. It's a beautiful stretch. And then we're going to bend our right leg and look under our left arm. So we're twisting away from our bent leg. And then we inhale, come back to center, both legs straight. We exhale, bend our left leg, look under our right arm. Come back to center. Just swapping between those two, another 4 times. Just moving slowly with our breath, just getting some movement through our legs and our upper body. Once more each side. Then push yourself away from the chair, so we lean back into our heels and rise to standing. Bring the hands to heart. So mostly when I teach, we step back on our mats, but it's good practice to step forward as well. So today's practice, we're stepping forward on our mat. We've got the chair there this time, so we can come forward and bring our right leg forward, up on our back left toes, and have our hands on that chair to give us some stability. So we've got this nice crescent lunge type position, feet are hip distance apart. The back leg can be softened or it can be straight, and the pelvis is rolling forward, so we feel that stretch from our left leg. From here, we're going to inhale the arms up. We'll exhale, bring them behind our backs like we've been doing. Open our chest as we breathe in. And then exhale, see if you can lean forward and maybe place your head on that chair's back. Hopefully you picked a chair with a nice high back. Take a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to release the hands, and you can either rest them on the chair and push yourself back up, or you can just come straight back up to our crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands come back to the chair, and we're going to step that front leg back. So we come back into our downward dog-like position on the chair. So this time, leave the hands on the chair, lean forward, step the left leg forward, and find our crescent lunge. And then rise up when you feel steady and ready. Hands come behind our back, we open our chest. We'll come forward, maybe the forehead gets to that back of the chair. Maybe we don't feel comfortable with that. Or maybe you don't feel comfortable having your hands behind your back and you prefer to rest them on the chair as well. Take a couple of breaths, whatever option you've chosen. And then release the grip on the hands. If they're not already on the chair, bring them. Use it to step, push yourself away and step back to that downward dog-like position. So we'll flow between those three moves. So inhale here. Exhale, bend the left leg, look under your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend, right leg, look under left. Back to center. Exhale, step that right leg forward. And as you inhale, once you've got your stability, you can rise up to your crescent lunge. Exhale, the hands come behind our back and we open up the chest. And then we lean forward and maybe the hands come to the chair, maybe they are still clasped behind your back, whatever feels most comfortable for your body. Take a breath in here and a breath out. Inhale to bring the hands back to the chair and exhale to find our downward dog type position. Let's try the other side. Inhale, look under your right arm, bend the left leg, back to center. Other side, back to center. Step that left leg forward, find the stability, and then rise up to our crescent lunge. If we feel stable, if we don't, we can leave our hands there. Hands come behind our back, open our chest. Exhale, leaning forward. It's scary for me on this side. Maybe it feels different for you on both sides too. Take a couple of breaths. Bring the hands to the back of the chair and find your way back to this supported downward dog. Let's do that one more time each side. Breathe in here. Exhale, bend left leg, look under right arm. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right leg comes forward and we take that moment to find our stability. And then perhaps we're rising up to our crescent. Exhale, hands come behind our back. Inhale, we open our chest. Exhale, we're leaning forward, either with the hands clasped or with the hands on the chair. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, release that grip, hands to the back of the chair, and exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog. One last time, breathe in, breathe out, look to the right, bend the left leg. Breathing in, coming back to center. Exhaling to the left, back to center. Exhale, left leg comes forward. Rise the arms. Pass them behind our back and open our chest. Coming forward. Woo. Take a breath in and out. Inhale to rise up, bring the hands to the chair, and exhale back to our supported downward dog. Just walk your feet forward enough so you can place your chair either off to the side so that you can use it as you do those poses without the chair, or if you feel confident enough, then you can just move it out of the way. It's just giving you a bit of a different frame of reference for those poses. So we're going to come to the floor and we're going to start in downward dog. If downward dog's not in your practice, remember you can do puppy pose, which looks a little like this. If we can do downward dog, we're coming into downward dog, so our feet will be hip distance apart, perhaps a slight bend in the legs, rolling the pelvis backwards so that the sit bones at the bottom of the bottom lift up and back. Pushing the floor away through our hands, which is spread nice and wide, and plugging this upper arm bone into the shoulder joint. Take a couple of breaths here. Now, if you're in puppy pose, this transition might be a bit difficult, but do it however it works for you. We're going to walk the hands back to our feet. Something a little different. Take an inhale, come up halfway, and exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to standing, and exhale, hands to heart. Find this in normal yoga. So we're going to step forward with our right leg. Find that crescent lunge, but without our chair. So if you're using your chair for stability, it'll be on one side or the other, it doesn't matter. It's just so you've got it there so you can touch it if you feel a bit wobbly. Same as we've been doing. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands behind our back. Open that chest. Breathe in. Exhale, coming forward just a little bit, not too much. This time we're going to inhale, lift our arms. We're going to add on like we did in previous weeks. Drop that back foot, find warrior one. So it's pretty much the same as our crescent lunge, except our back heels dropped. We've still got that hip distance apart. Don't square the hips, let them settle. Square the chest. Arms are rising up. Our flow movement here is breathing in here. As we exhale, we're going to bring our hands to heart, straighten our front leg, and lean forward into a lengthened pyramid pose. So inhale, rise up. Exhale into that lengthened pyramid pose. Two more, three more. Rise back up to warrior one. Now, just going to give you an option here. If you don't want to get up and down off the floor, then just step back to Tadasana and you can do a forward fold and back to Tadasana. If you want to, you can bring your hands to the floor and find either puppy pose or downward dog, however that happens for you. So you have the choice of either standing at the end of your mat or finding your way into downward dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Walk the hands back to the feet. Take that inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. And hands to heart. Let's see what the other side looks like. So step the left leg forward and find our crescent lunge on this side. Take a moment to find the stability before we lift our arms. And then exhale, hands clasp behind. Inhale, open the chest, feel that stretch. And exhale, just lean forward a little. We're going to transition to warrior one. So inhale, release the grip, rise the hands, drop the back foot, perhaps taking it a little wider. And as we exhale, the hands come to heart, we straighten that front leg, leaning forward, this lengthened pyramid pose. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, lengthen pyramid. 3 more. Don't worry if you're wobbly, it's okay. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Either step back to mountain pose or Tadasana, or come through to downward dog. Take a full round of breath in, and a full round of breath out. With the breath held out, walk the hands back to the feet. Take an inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way standing. And exhale, hands to heart. Adding on again. So we'll step our right leg forwards first. Find our crescent lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands behind our back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, lean forward. You may only lean forward an inch, that's okay. Inhale, rise up, find our warrior one, still with that bent leg. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, rise back up, warrior one. And then take it through to warrior two. So longer stance on our mat, a little bit narrower on our mat. We need the longer stance or we just can't bend into that front leg. So if we're up here, we've got nowhere to go. If we have that longer stance, we've got somewhere to go, but we don't have to go there. It's a bit like being out of lockdown, isn't it? We've got places to go, but we don't have to go. Inhale, straighten the leg, bring the hands to prayer. Exhale, bend the leg, warrior two, looking over our front fingers. Inhale, arms to prayer. Exhale, bending warrior two. 3 more of those. Now you can either make your way back to the back of your mat to mountain pose and stand there, or you can come down and find downward dog or puppy pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. Walking the hands towards our feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Rise to standing, breathing. Hands to heart, breathing out. Left leg comes forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands behind our back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, leaning forward. Ooh, wobbles. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. I didn't swap sides, did I? See you go. Inhale, hands to prayer, straighten our front leg. Exhale, sweep the arms out, warrior two. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale, warrior two. 2 more of those. Breathe in here. And then either to the back of your mat or maybe downward dog or puppy pose. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Walk the hands to our feet. Rise up halfway. Flow back down. Rise to standing. And bring the hands to heart. So adding on one more piece of the puzzle. So breathe in, step forward. Find your crescent lunge. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp them, open the chest as you breathe in. Folding forward slightly as we breathe out. Release the hands, rise up to warrior one. Hands to pyramid, hands to heart, pyramid pose as we exhale. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale, warrior two. So this is the next part. Inhale, triangle pose, but stay quite tall. So come down to where you can feel the muscles on the side of your body, your obliques and your QL. They're lengthened, but they're contracting to keep you up. Otherwise, we just slouch down. So most times triangle pose, people are slouched down, trying to get to the floor. But we want this to be a little bit more active, so we're using that side. We're going to breathe in, bring that top hand forward, pinky finger towards the floor, look down to our front foot. And as we exhale, cactus that arm and turn the head up. So inhale, stretch the hand forward, look to the front foot. Exhale, cactus the hand, turn the neck up. 3 more of those. You have a soft bend in that front leg if you prefer. The side body might be yelling at you. We're only holding it for the following 5 breaths, once each side. Inhale. Exhale, mountain pose or downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walking our hands to our feet. Rising up halfway. Floating back down. Rise, standing. And hands to heart. So complete flow on the other side, and then we'll do one flow, one breath. So we're going to step forward with our left leg. Find our crescent lunge as we breathe in to rise up. We're bringing our hands behind our back, clasping and opening the chest as we breathe in. Leaning forward to breathe out. Rise to warrior one as we're breathing in. Exhaling to find a pyramid. Inhaling, warrior one. Exhaling, warrior two. Shifting our feet. Inhaling, straightening our leg, hands to heart. Exhaling, warrior two, and transitioning to that extended triangle. So don't lean on the hand, try and hold yourself up. So we're using these muscles. It's got an eccentric contraction, so they're lengthened but they're contracting. Breathing, cactus that top arm, follow its journey with the neck. Exhale, looking down towards the floor. Inhale, cactus, draw back. Beautiful. 3 more. You're doing really well. It's not an easy practice. Inhale here, and then exhale, downward dog, or perhaps you'll come into mountain pose or puppy pose. Breath in, breath out. Walk the hands to the feet and let breath out. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's give this a shot. One breath, one movement. See how we go. Breathe in, stepping forward with our right leg, finding crescent lunge. Exhale, hands behind our back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg, hands to prayer. Exhale, warrior two. Transitioning to triangle. Inhale, that top arm reaches forward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe you're sick of getting up and down and you're just going to mountain pose. That's perfectly fine. Breath in. Breath out. Walk the hands to the feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, flow back down. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, left leg comes forward and we find our crescent lunge. Exhale, hands gather behind our back. Inhale, open our chest. Exhale, floating forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Lots of movement today. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, stretching away, finding our triangle. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, downward dog, or perhaps mountain pose, your choice, wherever you are. Breath in, breath out. Walking the hands to the feet, then rising halfway up as we inhale. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, coming up. And hands to heart. Do we think we can do it again? I'm sure we can. One more time each side. Inhale, step that right leg forward. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands behind our back. Open the lungs. Just go with the flow. Lose yourself. Exhale, forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhaling, lean to pyramid. Inhaling, bending, warrior one. Exhaling, warrior two. Inhaling, just straightening the leg. Exhaling, warrior two. Finding that triangle pose. Inhale, reach the front arm forward. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, downward dog or mountain pose. Did I just do the same leg twice? I think I did. You know what that means? I'm going to do the other side twice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk the feet, hands to the feet. Rise up halfway. And fold back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart. So if you were cleverer than me and swap sides, then you can just stay with the right side. If you were silly like me, we're going to do the left leg twice. So breathe in, rise up. Exhale, hands behind our back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, leaning forward. Inhale, rise up. Oh, we didn't. I don't think we did. Let's just keep going. Inhale, pyramid. I'm lost. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. I'm completely lost. Straighten the leg, gather the heart, hands. Warrior two. Triangle pose. Reaching forward. Cactusing the arms. Reaching forward. And finding your way down to child's pose this time, because I have no idea what I've done. Either way, we're getting a rest. We're stopping, we've done enough of the flowing. So breathing in, breathing out. Noticing if your breath, like mine, has become a little bit faster from the exertion. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And then coming to a seated position on the floor. Just make sure you've got a little bit of space around you. You're going to stretch your left leg away, then the right leg in. We're going to flow between 2 poses here. So we're going to lean towards that leg, and then we're going to push up and lift. So lower down, lean. And you might not get very high. You might just put the hand here and just lean into it. That's perfectly okay. So here we go. Breathing in, arms up. Exhale, leaning towards that left leg. Inhale up. Exhale, lift the hips, transition. Inhale, back down. Exhale, towards that leg. Tricky, huh? Inhale up. Exhale, lift the hips. 3 more. If it's just not working for you, then just stay in this stretch. 2 more. Last one. I know it's a bit of work. You've got your options. Swapping our legs out. We do so much leg work in yoga, it's really nice to do some upper body strength. Breathing in, lift the arms. Exhale, we're coming down towards our right leg. Inhale up. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale down. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, lifting the hips. For 3 more. Just move with your own breath, choosing what you want to do. One more. Beautiful. Just coming to a seated position with our feet out in front, bringing our hands behind us. We're going to flow between 2 poses here as well. So for you, the 2 poses may be rounding forward a bit, lifting the chest, rounding forward a little bit, lifting the chest, or it may be rolling the shoulders back on the inhale and exhaling to lift the hips. So inhaling down, exhaling, lifting. Your choice. Inhaling down, maybe you're just rolling the shoulders on the exhale, pushing the floor away. Inhaling down, or maybe you're lifting the hips. We'll take 3 more. Whatever version you've chosen. Last time. Nice work. One more working pose. We're going to transition this time between a seated butterfly pose and boat pose. You might end up on your back. That's okay. I'm not looking at the screen, I promise. So inhale, lift the chest, soles of our feet together. We're drawing ourselves up onto the sit bones so we're nice and tall. Exhale, draw the belly in, lift the knees together, lean onto those sit bones, come to Navasana. Perhaps your toes are on the floor here, that's perfectly fine. So we can have shins parallel to the floor, or we can have toes on the floor. So breathe in, soles of the feet together, roll up, butterfly pose. Breathe out, your variation of Navasana. Inhale, butterfly pose. Exhaling, Navasana. 3 more. Guess what we're working here? Our abs. Two more. Stay here in Navasana. Stay here. Roll all the way down, 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 all the way down. Ooh. Not quite Shavasana, but close. Bending our knees, placing our feet on the floor. Crossing our right leg over our left like we're sitting on a chair. We've done this twist plenty of times, but we're just going to do one little bit first before we do the twist. So it's not thread the needle, our knees are stacked on top of each other. Like if you are a yogi, like we're in reclined cow face pose. We're about to grab our shins, or wherever we can grab, and draw them into our chest a little. So supine Gomukhasana, or supine cow-faced pose. So we may be feeling a stretch across that right glute. Let's take a beautiful few breaths. We've done the work, revert the rest. You know, the stretching is great. If you've got that grip on your calves, just release that left foot back to the floor and just let the knees drop off to the left. So it'll be a funny sort of a twist. We can take our arms above our heads if our shoulders are okay, or we can take them out to the sides. We can look away from those legs if it feels good for our body. Do 4 more long, slow breaths here. When you finish that 4th breath, draw the abs in, bring yourself back to center, release the arms, then cross the left leg over the right knee. So remember, like you're sitting in a chair, and then we're going to come forward and grab wherever we can grab on our legs, even if it's the knees, that's perfectly fine. Bellies and boobs can get in the road here, that's okay. We want to feel a bit of a stretch here on the left glute. Just return to that nice, slow breath. As we come to some of these slower poses, the mind can start to come back. In fact, to concentrate on when we're moving and breathing. And now, like an evil child, it can annoy us again. Draw its attention back, just observing our breath. Two more breaths here. And when we release our grip, let the right foot come back to the floor and send the hips off to the right. So I moved my hips in slightly to the left just to feel a bit more comfortable for me. You do what looks comfortable for you. This time I think I'm going to prefer my right hand drawing my left knee down, and I'll just send my left arm away. You can try whatever you want. Perhaps looking away from the legs, perhaps looking towards the legs. Just finding a position that's working for the body that we have on our mats today. I was teaching next week, you'd see Ellen McPherson's body. This week you've got mine. A couple of breaths here. Then come back through centre. Just taking happy baby, because we can do this in our houses and it doesn't matter. So either grabbing the outsides of your feet, or maybe underneath your thighs, or maybe your shins, whatever feels good. Trying to get that sacrum close to the ground, drawing the knees in towards the armpits, just feeling that stretch on our inner thighs, and perhaps rocking from side to side. Just enjoy this beautiful stretch. Well, for some of you might want to try straightening one leg and then the other, but it can be a bit taxing on the hamstrings, particularly at their attachment point on the sit bones. So if it doesn't work for you, don't do it, just stay with happy baby. A couple more breaths here. That nice sheen of sweat start to cool. Your body start to come back to the rest and digest phase. To release the grip wherever you've got them, draw the knees into the chest, maybe take a little rock here. And then at long last, we can find final resting pose. Shavasana. Tucking our shoulder blades underneath, taking our feet a little wider than our hips, letting them roll out, palms facing up. Take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Maybe again. Let everything settle. The vibrations of the practice running through the body. And breath start to slow down. Feel the heaviness on our mats. Unclench the jaws. Let the eyes soften. Let the shoulders soften. In a couple of minutes of here at rest, just breathing and resting. Starting to deepen our breath. The longest inhale that we have so far. And making that exhale even longer. Nice, long, slow, relaxing exhale. Taking one more of those. Deep, long inhale. Even longer, slower exhale. And start to bring some movement back. Fingers and toes. Maybe running the pad of our thumb across the pads of our fingers. Bending and straightening our toes. Drawing one knee at a time into our chest. Maybe taking a nice big stretch if that feels good too. And find your way onto your side, whichever side, and pause there. So as we did at the beginning in our chairs, take a moment to notice. Take a moment to notice how the body feels. Take a moment to notice how the mind feels. Take a moment to notice our breath. And then making your way to a comfortable seated position. The hands resting gently at our heart space and either a soft gaze or eyes closed. Every situation in life is temporary. So when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. And when life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever and better days are on the way. Bringing our thumbs to our third eye and bowing down in acknowledgement of each other with namaste. Namaste.